If you're trying to decide where to go to college, it's one of the first giant decisions that you get to make in your entire life. And I want to talk to you today about 5 stupid reasons that some teenagers decide they want to go to a college or maybe not even go to a college. My name's Brooke. I've been coaching people through the college admissions process for over a decade and a half. We have a self-paced SAT and ACT course at SupertutorTV.com. Our digital SAT course is coming this June. So plug into our mailing list, SupertutorTV.com/subscribe to learn when it drops. I also have a live class that's going on with Jackie from J&J Test Prep. She's over on TikTok if you've seen her. We're doing an 8-week, 18-hour class starting April 16th. Check it out. Okay, number 1. Everybody knows this one. Following your girlfriend or boyfriend. Do not choose a college just because your boyfriend or girlfriend is going there. What are the chances that you're actually going to stay together? Especially if you had a better college on the docket and you just wanted to go with your boyfriend or girlfriend. I know it feels like everything in the world right now, but zoom out by 10 years, it's not everything in the world. And here's what I will also say is if it is meant to be, and you go to different colleges, it will still work out. It worked out for my stepbrother. It worked out for one of my best friends that I went to Stanford with. If you are meant to be, you guys will find each other again. And if it's not going to work out, well, better not get dumped 2 weeks into first semester and feel like, man, I wish I'd gone to Princeton. That would suck. Number 2, this is a big one. I'm too afraid to live far from home. Over half of college students go to college within 100 miles of their home. Now, there are good reasons to go to college close to home, but if it's just fear, like what I had when I was 17 years old, I was terrified of moving away from my parents, like to California or the East Coast or somewhere really far away. That was terrifying to me. I was so scared. I'm just being honest. I was totally terrified. So I ended up taking a gap year because I was scared. You've got so much of your life ahead of you and so much opportunity. Do not make a choice out of fear. It is scary, but take the leap. Number 3, to party. Isn't this an obvious one? If you party too much, you're just gonna flunk out and then you're wasting a lot of money. Number 4, fourth stupid reason is some people choose a school just because it's higher ranked, even though it's not a good fit. Now, I will say, rankings, schmankings, are they problematic? Of course they're problematic, but reputation is something that matters. If you get a degree from a school with a very good reputation, your resume is gonna glide across that desk much more easily. So there are reasons to seek out prestige, but just because something has a higher rank, if they don't have a program you want, and then you're like, oh, and I'll just transfer in 2 years, don't do that. Just to clarify in terms of what many social scientists have found in terms of college choices, what you major in matters more than where you go, and you matter more than both of those, okay? So understanding that, it's not all about prestige. Fit is so much more important than prestige. Engagement is more important than prestige in terms of what you get out of college. So do not go somewhere that doesn't fit you just because of the ranking. Number 5, the 5th stupid reason that teenagers choose to go to colleges is because they're thinking in stereotypes. And this is something that I was totally guilty of when I was a teenager. Here's the thing. When you're 16, 17 years old, 18 years old, you're spending so much time just trying to be awesome in high school and to win every award and get every A and get a 1550 on your SAT and everything else. You're like going crazy, right? Just trying to achieve. And you're working so hard on all that. You're living in this little high school bubble. It is hard to understand and know about the big, broad world that's out there, right? It's hard to be making this very pivotal decision of your life. It's hard. So what ends up happening is oftentimes people just get into their heads little funky little stereotypes or biases and operate on those, right? And one of those might be, oh, all the cool kids from my high school go to that college. It could be when I was 17, 18 years old, I flippantly decided I didn't want to go to Harvard because I didn't want to grow up and tell everybody that I went to Harvard when they asked where I went to college because I thought I would sound snobby. Literally true. That is truth from my 17-year-old brain. That is how I used to think. And now that I'm older, I'm like, I was really stupid and narrow-minded, right? I was guilty of stereotyping. I also wrote off the entire Ivy League after going to a joint college fair at a hotel near me because all of the people presenting were like attorneys in their 40s and they seemed super boring and lame. And the presentation was terrible. It was like a boring slide deck and everybody was wearing a suit and I was just like, ugh. Also beware, just because one kid from your high school went to some college and you think he's annoying doesn't mean that you don't want to go to that school, right? Maybe he went to Vanderbilt and you're like, oh, he's so annoying. Well, just because there's one annoying kid at Vanderbilt, there was one annoying kid at your high school, but maybe you really liked your high school, right? So don't make weird, rash decisions based on small inputs of information. Do your research, open your mind, open your heart, look at all the options, take things into consideration, listen to your parents, your friends, your teachers, people you trust, people you know, and just seek out information and make a good decision. And don't be stupid and don't be flippant. And that's all I've got for today. I hope you guys like this video. If so, please give it a thumbs up. Subscribe to our channel if you haven't yet. And make sure you subscribe to our TikTok if you're on that platform. And if you're not, don't go there. Just subscribe here. That's fine too. Don't tell your mom that I told you to join TikTok. I don't need that guilt. Okay? Okay, good. I'm glad we talked.